as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today's show. All right, with us, we got Alex Smarts, Big Al McMorty, Mills with us, Mills Young, got Shane Mickle and Jay Briggs. Here's how they'll line up for this evening's show. We'll put up the lineup. We've got McMorty, Smart, Mickle, Young, Briggs, and then I will close this one out. All right, it's Thursday night, so that means football, NFL. We've got 3 games on the board from college football as well. 4-game card NBA, big hockey card as well. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Big Al McMorty. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does great work up there. Great 2022 season. Great start to the NFL season. Bringing Big Al in right now. I think we're ready to roll, Big Al. Big Al, how you doing?
Doing well. There's a mountain lion that escaped in Brentwood here, so we've got helicopters flying overhead. So if you hear the noise, I apologize for that. But yeah, it's been about 3 or 4 hours. They haven't found the mountain lion yet, but he's down on the business district of Brentwood. So.
Oh my goodness! All right, that'll be interesting.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, interesting there. I think they're trying to. I think that's that work they did in Santa Monica, right? Because they couldn't get up. The mountain lions had trouble crossing the freeway, right?
I'm not sure.
I think I think they did some work around there because they couldn't cross the Santa Monica. They were getting hit by cars a lot. So interesting there. Wow. But anyway, let's get to the NBA tonight. NBA TV. No TNT on Thursday night during NFL season. They're going to wait till Monday, till January. But anyway, NBA TV has this one. Nets here to host the Mavericks. Mavericks road favorite here, -2.5, total 225.
Yeah. Before I forget, yesterday I mentioned, I had as the free play here the Atlanta Hawks -7.5 over Detroit, which lost. They won the game by 5, and I mentioned people might want to play it on Friday if they didn't win, yesterday. But since they won the game, I'm actually going to be taking Detroit tomorrow, in a revenge spot against Atlanta. So I just want to clarify that. I'll be on Detroit tomorrow. Anyway, as far as this game goes, Dallas comes into this ball game off a loss to New Orleans on the road, but the Mavericks are now 13-0 ATS their last 13 road games. If they were favored in that game and they were off a road loss, and right now they're -2.5, so they're favored. So that bodes well for the Mavericks. And what's most concerning to me about Brooklyn's 1-3 start is, the nature of their losses. The one game they won was by 4 points, and they only covered the spread by 1.5 against Toronto. But their 3 losses have been by 22, 10, and 11 points, so they've been blown out in all their losses. And for the season now, Brooklyn's point spread differential is negative 10.12. On the other hand, Dallas's point spread differential is plus 10.16 for a relative differential of 20.28. So I'm going to take Dallas here minus the points. They're just playing much better basketball than Brooklyn at this point.
Yeah, Dallas will be the play here from Big Al McMorty here, laying the 2.5 in this one. And yeah, it's hard to argue that one, especially when you look at the spot here, the back-to-back, and also the injuries here on the Nets and not playing tonight for Brooklyn are Curry, Harris, Morris, and Warren. These are contributors off the bench, and it's going to be a really thin bench tonight in a back-to-back for Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a great point, Tony. They're thin and they're not playing well. It's not a good recipe, especially when you got the Mavericks off a loss. Mavericks, generally speaking, do really well off losses, and especially when they're on the road. So good play for Dallas tonight. We'll see what happens.
All right, the Dallas Mavericks are laying 2.5 here against the Nets. This one to start at 7:40 Eastern Time over on NBA TV. All right, the Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight. 3,143 units of profit for 2022. That is all documented, so you can verify that over at Pick Dogs. When you go over to Big Al's handicapper page, showing great profit in the NBA, NFL. Tonight, Big Al, we've got 4 on the board here from the NBA, big hockey card, NFL, as well as college football in action here on a Thursday. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, yesterday had a nice day. We were 3-1. We hit our big 5-star play. I only have about 2 or 3 5-stars a year in the NBA, so that was one of them. That was on the Miami Heat, a blowout winner over Portland. So we're off to a 65% start this year in basketball. Over the last 2+ years, we're up 86.15 net games in basketball. So it's been really good. We've got 2 basketball plays tonight. We've also got 1 play of the NFL. We're 7-0 this season on our prime time NFL plays and 139 and 75 the last 214 NFL primetime plays. So I've got a winner tonight in the Thursday Night Football contest. It's out of a 25-1 ATS angle, so that's a really good situation as well. So 3 plays today, and then I'll have some stuff also tomorrow in basketball. As I mentioned, 1 play for sure I'll be on will be the Pistons. And if you want to join for a week or a month or a year, just go to Pick Dogs and team me up with one of the other champion handicappers here for the 2-for-1 special.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Big Al McMorty over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers been fantastic here for 2022. Was the top unit producer over at Pick Dogs for 2021. On his way to do it again this year. So get on board. Big Al has an NFL Thursday Smash, a 25-1 ATS angle here from Big Al. So get on board with that on the board. Credit guarantee for this individual play, as well as NBA, a play up there on the board. But again, the way Big Al is running, you should consider a long-term pass. You can get his 1-month all sports pass, get all of Big Al's plays for a month. It would include all his NFL, all his college football, the entire World Series, as well as NHL, as Big Al will be in action too. We get college basketball about 10 days away as well. So lots on the plate here with that, with the all sports passes. With all these sports overlapping, it's your best value. You can save 15% off when you use a promo code 15 off at checkout. And of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there, right? Big Al, is always great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again next week. But I know you contribute a lot here on the channel with that NFL show you do with Mitch and Jay. On it's already on the archived up there, and then the weekend shows.
Yeah, we talk about every game on the NFL board for the season. My plays on that podcast, the Wednesday podcast, are 68 and 38 in the NFL. So you can get all my plays, Jay's plays, Mitch's plays right now. And then Saturday and Sunday, we talk about everything, basketball, hockey, and football.
That's right. Great shows on the weekend. Tune in. Of course, check out the archive. Big Al's been doing great work on that NFL show. Winners provided there. And so check it out over on the archive right now on Pick Dogs. Big Al, have a great weekend. We'll talk with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Talk to you on Wednesday.
You got it. Big Al McMorty here on the drive to. Let's continue here on the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in. Next will be Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Boy, he's been on fire right now, Alex Smart has. So let's get him in right now. We'll look at some college football tonight. Alex, what's happening?
Good. How's everything, Tony? Good?
Everything's great. Things are going great. Late night, Pac-12 after dark here as we've got Washington State here at home facing Utah. Utah is now settling here about -7, total 56.5.
Yeah, Utah, is a superior team here overall. This season, for me anyway, and the data I've collected, and just, eye contact watching games, not complete games, but, sort of watching complete rundowns of these games. I don't think Utah's got the same gusto they had last year. It showed a lot. Once again, I think the lines makers are overrating them, and I know Washington State has lost 2 straight games, so there may not be a lot of confidence. The pundits are looking down on them, no longer a darling, maybe like they were earlier on the season when they were making lots of money for everybody. But you see, the thing is, here we've got a situation where, like I just said, Utah is not as strong as they were last year. This is my opinion, of course, and I'm willing to bet that way. They've already failed to cover their last 3 on the road, and the Cougars, dating back to last season, have covered their last 7 games at home, including all 3 this year under Jake Dickert. So we've got a situation here today where I just think this is a hard-fought game. I really like the Big D. He is a top-quality coach that I don't think gets a lot of respect, and I don't, like I said, I haven't seen something from Utah that tells me they're stone dead killers like they were last year. It's still a lot of grit, obviously a lot of physicality, but the Cougars are showing the same thing. And I really like them to cover here tonight, really make this a game. So we're going to take the points, and we're going to take the home dog. That's, cast the last 7 is in home games.
Yep, right. We got Alex Smart here on Washington State +7 against Utah. Yeah, hard to argue that. We saw that opening and losing to Florida. Look what Florida's a 3-touchdown underdog against Georgia. So that just tells you here that the level may not be there. We saw what happened to Utah when they went on the road to UCLA. They got pounded. The defense. To me, what's dropped off the most is the defensive side of the ball. Yeah. USC puts up 40+ on them in Utah, by the way. That's a telling sign because that defense, they needed. Utah took the gamble. I give them credit for that. They covered, but again, they could have missed that 2-point conversion just as easily, right? They could have went the other way. So to me, that was pretty much a coin flip game. I put that as a loss. You should win by margin at home if you're a Utah team. It shouldn't come down to that. But you see them on the road giving up over 5 yards to carry on the ground. Teams are rushing for 5 yards to carry on the ground, and they're passing for 8.8 yards per pass attempt on this Utah defense on the road. So you're looking at this spot here, and it's hard to argue that the way Alex, when you look at some of the numbers for this Utah team, you see a lot of decline on the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just not playing with a chip on their shoulder, and sometimes there's more to betting football than just looking at data and looking at long-term records or brand names. A lot of times we have to look at in particular way a team is playing, and the way Utah is playing, they're not playing like they have a chip on their shoulder like they did last year. And last season they just looked like, they just wanted to rip holes in opposing teams, and you could feel it. You could feel it if you watch any of their games, and I don't get that this year. And that alone tells me. But Washington State, on the other hand, is a team that is playing like that and playing fearless football. I know their offense seems to be struggling, but like we just said, I don't think the Utah defense is as strong as it was. And I think tonight we're gonna get ourselves a cover with the home dog.
Yeah, you see that. Maybe it starts from the coaching. Whittingham's been a coach that's been kind of, I think probably more so with the athletics department, a little bit under fire for not making the Rose Bowl, and he finally got to that point. So maybe there's a little bit of a, what else do we reach for, right? We know we're in the Pac-12. We have tough to get to the playoffs. We got a Rose Bowl in, right? So I think that's a little bit of Rose Bowl fever there, letdown after that. All right, Washington State +7 against Utah. There was some heat with Whittingham and the Washington State Utah program dating back a few years with the athletic department. They had butted heads for a while there. But anyway, this one to have a start time here of 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. As I said, Alex has been on absolute fire here, showing great profit in college football. And look at the past 7 days. 1,235 units of profit. Last 30 days also very profitable. Come off a monster day here yesterday, as we said, showing profit here in the NBA, showing profit here in college football, showing profit here in NFL. He is lighting up the leaderboard right now in all sports. All right, Alex, so we've got 1 on the board from the NFL, 3 college football, 4 from the NBA. Then we have a big hockey card. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, we've got everything about hockey today. I was kind of late with my hockey today, so I didn't want to bore everybody with a late steam type of play. So we're going to do some NBA today. I've got a very strong total on board. I've got 1 college football game on board, and I also have that Ravens Bucks Thursday night affair, the side selection on that. Lots of action lined up for the weekend. Still waiting on some Friday selections, but the next 3 or 4 days we're going to have a lot of action out there for everybody. Hopefully a lot of profit-making action, and working hard to get us to that expanded bankroll situation.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Alex Martin over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here showing great profit across the sports lines right now. 1,235 units of profit last 7 days. You can verify that by going over to Pick Dogs Premium. Go down to Alex's handicapper page. It's up there right now. He's got a side up here from Thursday Night Football, Ravens and Bucks. Also in action here in Thursday Night College Football, Sun Belt Steam action for you there. Totals crusher from the NBA. Now, instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider a long-term pass the way Alex is running. May get that 1 month all sports pass. 30 days. Get all of Alex's plays for 30 days. Action here from the NFL for 30 days. The entire World Series, college football, NHL, NBA, and of course college basketball, which begins in 10 days. So we got all these sports overlapping. The best value is to get that long-term pass, that 1 month all sports pass. Use the promo code 15OFF at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, it's always great having you show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Take care, Tony. Have a great weekend. Break a leg. Is that how they say it? Break a leg.
That's how they say it. Break a leg. Keep it rolling. All right, Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any picks, we will do a complete recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next is Shane Mickle. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim. He's doing some fine work up there as well. Let's bring in Shane right now. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going today, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Tonight we're going to look at this game a little differently than we did earlier in the show. Nets here to host the Mavericks. The Mavericks laying 2.5. Total sits 225. You're looking at it differently.
Yeah, this Nets team has a big problem on their hands. And it's kind of a problem that we knew coming into the season, and his name is Ben Simmons. Coming out of college, the knock on this guy was he couldn't shoot free throws, but he was a playmaker. And it's clear that the Nets this year, they're going to try to use his strengths of his playmaking and not let him shoot a ton. It's the guy who's only his max shooting in a night was 7 shots, and that was last night. But he still only ended up with 4 points. Now, I mean, his assist numbers are good. He's putting up 6 or 7 assists a night, and it's clear that's how they want him running the offense. I think that continues here. I think he's a good playmaker with the ball in his hands, but that doesn't include scoring. I don't see him taking a ton of shots here, and he's definitely going to finish under his points total tonight.
All right, we got Shane here with Ben Simmons going under total here of 7.5 points. I know Kyrie Irving and Durant a little frustrated last night with a shot opportunity that he kind of passed up, right? So Simmons is really just not looking to score.
No, definitely not. It's weird. It's weird watching him out there. Even if you leave him wide open at the top of the key, he's not going to shoot. And he's committing some of these just dumb fouls. His 6th foul, I think it was 2 games ago, there was no reason for it. It's someone that, a rookie, mental mistakes a rookie might be, making coming in his first couple of games in the league. But, this is by this point, a veteran player. He can't be having these type of mistakes, but the Nets really can't do anything about it. There's so much money that they need to try to find some way to get production out of him. Otherwise, this is a team that's gonna definitely be disappointing this season.
Yeah, he does dish 7.5 more assist and rebounds per points for Simmons. 7.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds a game. We got Shane here on Ben Simmons under 7.5 points. This one will get started here 7:40 Eastern time. This one is on NBA TV. All right, Shane, now let's take TNT starts on Tuesday nights. They're moving. They're not going to go head to head with NFL. All right, until after football's over. All right, Shane, let's take over at Pick Dodge Print, where you're doing great work here. 1,396 units of profit here for the past 7 days, showing great profit the past 30 days, also showing great profit the last 7 days, coming off a winning day yesterday. And matter of fact, looking here at the sports here, Shane, great start to the season, NBA, NHL as well. All right, here we go. A little bit of some small portions from some major sports, a big portion of NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I don't have a monster card out there today, but I do have a big card. But just look at my packages; it might be a little deceiving. There's a lot of different plays that are multiple packs up there. I've just got basically a couple different 3-packs up there, depending on what sports you want to bet. You can get it for $39.99. Or hop on something long term. It's definitely the best option. Last night my 3-pack didn't cash, but I still had a winning day. So overall, so make sure you're hopping on long term. There's plenty of times that happens where I have a winning day overall. My 3-pack that you buy might not cash. And also the 30-day or 7-day pass is the best bang for your buck. $39.99 times 7 is a lot more than just the 7-day pass I have up there. My results have spoken for themselves the last couple of months. So hop on something long term and let's make some money together.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dodge. We've been approaching 1,400 units of profit last 30 days. So great profit, as we said, NFL, NBA. So get on board. Action right now. Stamper 3-pack here is 3 best plays across football and NBA with this package. Top NFL, top college football, top NBA player right now on a featured 3-pack right now. That's his featured pack right now. So get on board there. Of course, these are credit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount you purchased is credited back into your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Other 3-packs here as well from football, Thursday night football only 3-pack, a Thursday night football winner individual play as well as more plays up there, sampler NFL. So he's put together a lot of plays here. Also an NHL 3-pack as well. Now, instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider a long-term pass. You want to try it, Shane, out with a 7-day all sports pass. Get all of Shane Mickle's premium plays here for 7 days. Included will be all his NFL plays, also all his college football, NBA, NHL, as well as the World Series. Now, this is going to include at least the first 5 games of the World Series. We got Friday and Saturday action. Monday, we got Sunday the off day. We go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's 5 days. If we go 5, the 5th game is if necessary, unless there's a sweep, but at least 5 days of coverage from the World Series. So it's a good time to get on board here with that 7-day All Sports Pass. All these sports overlapping, a great time to check out Shane. And of course, and then after 7 days, then you can consider going even the longer term, get that 1 month pass, and that'll put you we'll add college basketball a week from about 10 days away. So when you renew a week from now, you'll be just days away from the start of college basketball. So start it with the 7 next week, kick it up to the 30-day pass, and then you get a lot of college basketball there. A good 26 days there when you get it next week with the 1 month. But get that 7-day pass. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Shane, it's always great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week. But I know you're also a written contributor over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat.
Yeah, definitely. I basically cover any sport that's up there, I think, besides tennis. I basically cover. So the UFC will be going up, and the English Premier League will be going up either tonight or tomorrow. So, and of course, all the other sports. So even if you're not looking to buy, make sure you check out all the free content that Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs have to offer. There's more articles than anywhere else up there. So make sure to check those out.
All right, check them out there with Shane Mickle. Check out his written work, but more importantly, get signed up to that 7-day pass right now as he's been on fire. All right, Shane, keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again next week.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You got it, Shane Mickle here on The Drive, too. Let's continue on. We've seen a lot of people sign in. If you missed any of our picks, we will do a complete recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on The Drive-Thru. It's now time to welcome in Mills Young. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim, where he does great work. Numbers have been fantastic this season up there in UFC, MMA, and more. Let's bring him in right now. Mills, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony, man? How you guys doing today?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Tonight at 8:15 Eastern Time, we got the Buccaneers hosting the Ravens. The Tampa Bay here is going to be laying 2, total 46, but you're going to be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man, we got a good game this Thursday night. Usually we've been getting some horrible games these past 2 years on Thursdays night. But this game, forget about what you guys been seeing lately of Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson blowing games late fourth quarter and stuff. I actually think this is going to be a game that both these quarterbacks actually look to shine. And one of the things that I'm going to be looking at in there is number 13, Mike Evans. His reception prop is real low. It's only at 4.5. One thing that I've noticed, with Tom Brady so far, he's not spreading the ball out all the way to everybody like how he used to when he used to have Antonio Brown back there and Gronk. And, so I'm looking at his reception prop. It's a little bit low. It's at 4.5. Mike Evans last week, oh, wow, man. He had 13 targets, 9 receptions on the week. One thing, too, he's not just leaving out Godwin. Godwin on that same game had 13 targets with 7 receptions in that game. And, he's getting his tight end acclimated too. And Leonard Fournette, he's always going over his reception prop at 3.5. So I'm on Mike Evans over better cash on that little stat.
All right, there we go. We got Mills here with the Mike Evans over 4.5 receptions. Also, a little bit of we've got banged up here is Julio Jones, questionable. Probably will be more of a game time decision. So if Jones doesn't go, then Evans becomes even more critical in this one. We might have lost signal there, Mills. I think we might.
Man, Julio Jones, man, Bobby still one of my favorite receivers, but he was good to go. Julio. But yeah, so one thing that Baltimore allowed too, last week when they played Cleveland, they allowed Donovan Peoples-Jones to get 6 receptions. They allowed Njoku to get 7 receptions. So, Baltimore's defense, they're going to be a little bit banged up like you mentioned. So yeah, Mike Evans too, just on the season, he has 48 targets and 35 receptions. He only missed 15 targets on the year so far and played 6 games. So when he's not catching the ball and running out of bounds, because he's never going to get contact. He's never going to catch the ball and try to run up and get you some more yards. Nah, man. He plays the light-skin role. He's going to catch the ball and run out of bounds. That's why I call him Mike, a.k.a. run out of bounds sideline Evans. But, yeah, over 4.5, that's the reception to get you some little cash right there.
There you go. Mike Evans over 4.5 receptions. This one will start here at 8:15 Eastern Time on Amazon Prime. All right, Mills, let's take a look at Pick Dogs for nice action. Showing great results here in MMA. 2,539 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs. Showing great profit for 2022. Past 30 days, 844 units of profit for Mills. Also off to a great start in the NBA, showing profit as well in college football. All right, here we go. A little bit of everything here tonight here from the NBA, college football, NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got my now and later pack up there. That's 2 plays to get you paid today and 1 later. That's 1 play in college football, another play in the NFL today. Then I got a UFC bet up there to get you, a little bit of cash for later. So I call that my now and later pack. Besides that, if you want to get them individually, you can. I got a college play up there, and I got an NFL play to get you paid. 2 UFC bets up there. UFC's right around the corner. Hey, I got knocked down last week, but I'm about to bounce back this week. It is what it is. I got 2 plays up there to get you paid already, and I'm going to be putting 2 more up there. So definitely get that 3-day pass or go ahead and get that now and later pack right now.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Mills Young over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results here. 2,539 units of profit in MMA. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great profit in NBA as well as college football. All leagues this year as well showing great profit. Is 3-pack up there called it as Mills Now, a 1 later pack. So get on board with that. You can get on board with that as well as Mills with the college football play. UFC Night Best Bet, UFC Fight Night Best Bet is on the board right now. So get on board there with Mills. You got a best bet of the week here from the UFC Thursday night takeout play as well. A lot going on here with Mills. Now here we are on a Thursday. The way to go here with Mills here on these Thursday shows is that 3-day all sports pass. 3 days, 1, 2, 3. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what Saturday is? It's fight night on Saturday. So you want to get on board with that 3-day pass. All of Mills' plays, including his UFC plays here for the Saturday action. Also in action with NFL. We got college football, NBA, World Series. That's right. We've been a little bit sleepy on the World Series. It's been a long layoff, but you know what? They're back at it again Friday. So you got the World Series in play here Friday and Saturday as well in that 3-day all sports pass. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. But get signed up with Mills here. You see the numbers have been fantastic in UFC. He knows it like the back of his hand. He does media work there. He knows the fighters. The fighters know him. He knows what's up. So get on board there with Mills over at Pick Dogs Premium. So check him out there. All right, Mills, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute to the shows on the weekend, and of course the UFC show that you do with Brad on Saturday as well.
Yeah, man. If you guys missed out last week, I gave out one of my premiums last week. Right before the show, and it was the biggest underdog that cashed on it. Sugar Sean O'Malley plus 300 cash for us. So gave out one of the premiums right before the show right before the event started. So definitely, we're gonna be covering again this week. This week's gonna be a little bit different though with this Saturday schedule. So we're gonna try to figure something out. But I know Brad's gonna be on the drive-thru usually on Friday. So by then, he'll be letting you guys know exactly the details for this week and everything. But don't miss it, man. UFC Fight Night this week. Arnold Allen versus Calvin Kattar. Max Griffin versus Tim Means for the co-main event. Man. We got some nice fights on there, man.
Good fights going on, guys. Make sure, of course, you set those notifications and you subscribe so when Mills and Brad and Ron, you get notified and you're live with them and you get those picks. And, of course, you get the best numbers. Don't wait. You hesitate. And you know what happens when you hesitate? You're late to the window, my friend. You don't want to be late to the window with Mills'
And I'm going to
picks.
go ahead and give you guys a little free one right now that has nothing to do with MMA, but it's MMA and boxing. Bet Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Jake Paul is going to win that fight, folks. The kid's real. The kid's nice, man. He's fighting a 50-year-old man, who's a legend in one sport, but this ain't that sport. And Jake Paul's gonna win. versus
Yeah,
Anderson Silva this week.
exactly. We want to make it clear. This is a boxing match, not a UFC MMA. This is a boxing match, right? Silva, I never thought of him as striker in his time in MMA.
Nah, he never had. I mean, yeah, he's never put anybody out with his hands. He's a good striker. That's everything, knees, kicks, everything like that. But now, boxing wise, oh man, he's never put anybody out like that. And just beyond that, man, like I said, he's like 50 years old, man, and it's just not a good look right now. Period, man. And this Jake Paul guy, man, he's put in the work, man. He knocked out Tyrone Woodley, and just not just that, he's putting in the work right now. So say what you guys want, but I bet Jake Paul last week.
You bet him last week. And what does Silva do? Isn't he like a coach? Doesn't he run his own gym? Doesn't he have to worry about going back to the gym and looking at his students, looking in the eye, hey, man, you lost to Jake?
I mean, at this point, he's training his sons. I think it's just one of those things. I don't know, man.
It's a money grab. It's easy these days. It's easy to save face by saying I did it for the money, right? It's pretty easy these days.
Pretty much. And a lot of people are thinking that he might even be taking a dive. I doubt that he's going to be taking a dive or anything like that. Like his stage. I just think Jake Paul is actually going to beat him, and probably even knock him out. So yeah, man, money on Jake Paul for me.
Jake Paul is the play there. Bonus play from Mills. All right, Mills, have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Keep it going. Love you guys.
You got it. We got Mills Young here on the drive to a lot of people sign in right now. If you missed any of our picks, we will do a complete recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive to. It's time to welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go tonight. Late night game, 10 Eastern time. So good old Sacramento Kings. Hey, you know where they're at and where they usually are. Here we go. They're hosting here. Grizzlies laying 3 on the road. Total 236.5.
Yes, sir, Tony. Tonight in this one, I'm on Sacramento. I know, man. Sacramento, I just think that the Sacramento team is better than what they put together to begin their season. They're 0-3 to begin their season, but if you go back and look at their schedule, man, they just opened up with the gauntlet. I don't think nobody else started their schedule out as tough as them. Their first game was against Golden State, the defending champs. The second game was against the Los Angeles Clippers, a lot of people's sleeper pick to make the finals with their guys back. And then their last game was against the hottest team in basketball, in the Portland Trail Blazers. So they've had a tough schedule to open up. Here at home tonight against a Grizzlies team who we just seen get handled nicely in their last matchup. Wasn't that against the Dallas Mavericks? Was that their last one? I believe so.
They beat Brooklyn when they got home. They got pounded.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They did beat Brooklyn in their last one. I just think Sacramento gets a win tonight. I'm gonna take the 3 points, but I'm gonna sprinkle some on the money line. I think De'Aaron Fox, he's just as quick as Ja Morant. He's not as good as Ja Morant. I'm not going there, but De'Aaron Fox, he's an underrated commodity. I think he's averaging almost 30 right now, which is crazy if you go look at it. The Sacramento team, I like their chances here tonight to get their first win of the season, and I'm going to take the points in my back pocket. I wish I would have gave it to y'all earlier because this line has been dropping all day, but I still like the Kings, and like I said, I like them to win it, to be honest.
All right, going here with the Kings here to win this one at +3 here. And they are the more healthier team because they have no one on their injury report. Nobody on their injury report. You do have some depth issue with Memphis. Remember, Green, Jackson, Williams, these are contributors. He's out. Conchar here is a game-time decision. And so that's the thing. We do know we saw Memphis on the road get pounded there. It wasn't a back-to-back spot when they did. But anyway, this Sacramento King team, as you said, they did play a tough schedule. And just kind of looking at over at the numbers, they shot the ball well. They had a good close there against the Warriors. Did cover that game as big dogs.
Yeah, they did in that one. They played better in that second half in that one. And like you said, Memphis still has quite a few injuries. I think this Memphis team is going to be a good team, like we seen them last year. But Ja Morant's running mate and Jaren Jackson is still hurt. And until he gets back, this Grizzlies team is not going to be as good as everyone thinks they are. And I think here's a spot tonight where they could just overlook a Kings team that's desperate and they get a win here tonight. This is the NBA, man. You know.
Yeah, when the O's start piling up to start the season, the pressure's on everyone. The pressure's on everyone. We got to get that first win. Also, in that Warrior game, the bench for Sacramento came in with 66 points in that game, so they did get some contributions off the bench. As we know, Memphis's bench is thin with these injuries to the role players. Kings +3 against the Grizzlies. This one to have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium Action for tonight. Speaking of the NBA, Jay's great start to the NBA. Hope you guys are checking out his NBA Jam session over on the Pick Dogs channel every day. 655 units of profit in the NBA for this year, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also showing great profit over the past 7 days. Also showing profit in the NFL to start the season. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. I got 3 games on the board tonight. I got my multi-sport 3-pack up there on the site. I got my best play in the NFL. I got my best play in the NBA, and I'm on the ice again tonight. We had a winner on the ice last night on my second player of the year. We're trying to get another winner here on the third one. So we're on the ice again tonight, so go pick that up. And then, like I said, my $15 plays in the NBA, that's mine every day. So go grab that. Y'all see the units. We've been hot in the NBA. NFL was showing good units too. I think we got a nice play in the NFL. So I think we sweep the board tonight. Go hop on that package, man.
That's right, guys. Got a board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dodge Prim. Great results here in the NBA. You see him 655 units of profit, all documented. Last 7 days, 300 units of profit. Jay is on the board here with a multi-pack, 3-pack as his featured pick here package. His best bets here from the NBA, NHL, and NFL. So he's on the grass, he's on the wood, and he's on the ice here. I know he's on all surfaces tonight. From Jay, all surfaces tonight. He's ready to pound the bookie with his 3-pack. Of course, credit guarantee. If it doesn't turn a profit, the amount is credited back into your account. That's profit guarantee. So a lot of these plays are sold individually. As Jay's NHL Money on Ice is ready to roll here with that long term with that 3-pack tonight. The long-term passes will serve you well. You can try Jay out with that weekly All Sports Pass. Get all of Jay's premium plays for the week. In action here from the NBA, NFL, college football, NHL as well, and of course the World Series. Don't forget about the World Series. They've been sidelined for a little bit. It's going to be tomorrow. We got and that 7-day All Sports Pass will have coverage for 5 games. Right? They play the Friday, Saturday, the Sunday off day, then they play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here. That will get you full through the 7-day All Sports Pass. You could use the promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value than that 7-day pass. Get on board, get signed up with Jay. He's been on fire here. You see the results here from the NBA. All right, Jay, it's always great having you on the show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. But I know you've contributed a lot here on the Pick Dogs channel. We got the NFL show up there with you, Mitch, and Big Al, and of course your NBA Jam session video where you go every game on the board here with your NBA video every day.
Yes, sir. I do. I go through every game on the NBA slate every night on my NBA Jam session. So tune in on the Pick Dogs channel. A lot of great information. I got to go find my overall record. I know we're positive and by a good amount as well on those videos. Also, halftime tonight with Mitch on Bucks Ravens. We got a good one tonight. Like Mills said, I think this is the best Thursday night game in a while. So I'm excited for this one. And also NFL show, go check that out.
That's right. Yeah, the NFL show.
Big Mitch Big Al and Mitch. We shot that on Wednesday. A lot of great information. We're all hot on that show as well. So a lot of action here on Pick Dogs, man. Let's continue making money. I'll see y'all later on, man.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, and hey, free pick for y'all. I like the Astros. Take the Astros right now to win the series. You got to lay a little juice, I think, but they'll win it. As much as I hate to say that,
From a Rangers fan. Actually, no, you're like Blue Jays, right?
I like Blue Jays, but the Rangers are my team.
Rangers are your team because you're in Texas, right? You're there. There you go. No doubt about that. We'll see if they can turn it around. All right, so there you got the bonus play from Jay. Check him out on the YouTube channel here on Pick Dogs with the NBA Jam session and a lot more of the NFL shows already up there in archive with Mitch and Big Al McMurray. All right, Jay, keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Let's continue on. A lot of people signing in here, guys. If you miss any picks, we will do a recap after my pick. So let's get to it right now. as we continue here on the drive-thru. We got through all the cappers. We'll get into my play right now, so let me go ahead and get the card up for you, and then we will get to the recap. So let's get the games up here for you right now. Let's see the game card. We're going to be looking at this Thunder-Clipper game at 8 Eastern time. We got the Clippers here favored on the road, 6.5. The total sits here at 218. We're going to come right back here on this Thunder team again, plus 6.5 against this Clipper team. Boy, this Clipper team, I was a little concerned about them, looking at the minutes that Kawhi Leonard's been playing. He's only going to be playing, 20 to 21 minutes a game. That's a concern to me. But now he's out. He's dealing with that knee issue. George is still in question. Morris is out. Of course, Gideon Williams is playing. Of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be in the lineup here. And, in that spot, I will definitely look. And Mann had a pretty good game last time out. So I'm going to be looking here at the Thunder again here, taking the 6.5 here against this Clipper team. And if you look at the scoring level, it's pretty rough there. 15 points was the leading scorer there for the Clippers last game out. It was Luke Kennard. And here's something that really caught my attention here. The Clippers lose to OKC, right? OKC had a horrid shooting night. 38% shooting. 4 of 30 from 3. That is pretty, and you still lose the game when your opponent shoots like that. That's kind of scary there in that one. Of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the team here with 33 points. Man, we talked about 25, and the supporting cast struggled. But the concern here, and here's a real big concern here with the Clippers, is in the start here. Of course, we're not looking here at the overall season. We think the Clippers will get it together at some point. But we know the Lakers are the worst team in offensive efficiency. The LA Lakers are averaging about 97 points per 100 possessions. Did you know that the LA Clippers are 29th and second worst in offensive efficiency? They're averaging just 100 points per 100 possessions, and their net rating is -5. And who's getting all the negative headlines? The Lakers. And who's getting the slide? The Clippers. The Clippers so far are putting up some horrible offensive numbers. So we're going to go ahead and take the points here with OKC plus the 6.5. All right, guys, over at Pick Dog Stream, I have a 3-pack right now. My best bet's in the 3-pack. So I've got a play across the board here. I got to play from the NBA, got to play from NFL, play from college football. My best plays in a 3-pack. If you're looking for my $15 premium pick, that's a standalone game. It's not a standalone game. It's also part of my 3-pack. So if you want my $15 premium pick, it's part of my 3-pack. Or if you just want the $15 premium pick, you can buy it as a standalone play. So you got the choice there. So check me out over at Pick Dogs Premium. With that, also part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion with my long-term pass, my $3, $7, and $30 sports pass. You get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicap page and make that purchase, of course, 15 off at checkout will take 15% off. You could also add me with another capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, let's continue here on the show. It's time to recap the games. Let's bring up the show picks for today's show. All right, I'll get my pick out of there. Won't hog the screen. Here we go. Alex Smart started off with Washington State plus 7 against Utah. Al McMorty was on the Mavericks, laying the 2.5 against the Nets. Shane likes Ben Simmons under 7.5 points. Mills likes Mike Evans over 4.5 receptions. Jay here was on the Kings plus Sacramento Kings plus 3 here against the Grizzlies. I'm here on the Thunder here at plus 6.5 here against the Clippers. And what I like the most, I like that Mavericks play. I talked about that with Big Al McMorty with the injuries there to the supporting cast. The Nets are pretty much paper thin on the bench in this night. It's a back-to-back spot against a Dallas team. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Guys, be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. each time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in all our cappers here in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. Still give out live picks for the games on Friday. And don't forget, lots going on over at Pick Dogs for you on Friday. The morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Mitch, Rod, and Chris. We got the Puck Dogs. Chris and Rod with their hockey picks. Every game on the board there, individual picks there, so check them out as well. Also up there is Jovan's parlay of the day. We got also plays here from Jay with his NBA Jam session. Every play on the board, pick from every game from the NBA, so check out his video. And of course, the college football show that was shot today with Mitch, Chris, and Romanelli. And don't forget the NFL show there with Mitch, Jay, and Big Al McMorty, which is already up there on the archive. So it was a college football pick show. That's on archive. And of course, Brad and Mills with their UFC show. Tune in Friday for details when that will air. So check it out. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our cappers here from today's show. Going to wake up. You guys have a great night.